All right, all right.
Well, what is that thing?
This is Mad Max.
Mad Max.
This is a BMX bike that identifies as a road gravel bike. It is built with a purpose, very unique build, completely custom, but it's based on a 1996 Schwinn XS CNF race frame. So this was a high-end aluminum race frame during the 90s. But I went ahead and put modified road drivetrain on here. And technically it's a 2x2. You've got 2 gears up front. Right now I'm running a 42 and a 39, so a pretty traditional road gearing. That's going to help me climb. Back here, it's paired to a 2612. Now sometimes on this bad boy I'll run a 58, and today I'm putting new cranks on here, so I'm going to be bumping up to at least a 53. Just trying to find that happy medium between power and spin. The spin gear here allows me to climb, which is great because I've been using this to climb. Got several centuries behind my belt. I'm getting ready to do the FCC's Cell Hill Challenge, which is 108 miles with about 5,000 feet of climbing. That's coming up here in 3 weeks. But the reason that I built this and I'm training on this exclusively is because I've already called it out. I'm going to be the first participant to get the Toll House Century done in June on 20-inch wheels. Now, that's only 100 miles, but it's 8,100 feet of climbing. It's considered one of the hardest centuries on the West Coast. So a lot of people are keeping an eye on me on this one, so I can't let them down. But a lot of fun. A little heavier than a traditional road bike, but, you know, again, it climbs.
Why did you even think to build this bike? This is weird.
Actually, it was a dare.
Really?
Well, kind of a challenge. About a year and a half ago, I don't know if you remember the movie Rad.
Of course.
But yeah, Rad kicked off a lot of BMXers, but they did a re-release in the theaters, so it was kind of like a big party for a lot of us old school BMXers. We all got back together and hung out at the movie theater and forced our wives to watch this corny movie from the 80s that sparked our interests. But in the lobby there, my old buddy Jay, he comes up to me and he mentions, he's like, hey, I follow you on Strava. You're doing all these big, 100-mile rides, but I've never seen you do one on a BMX bike. So it's like a light bulb went off. It's like, okay. So I set out to train to do a century on a BMX bike. And that first century was pretty tame. This was a true BMX bike then. It was a single speed with a 44/16, no crazy long seat posts, no aero bars. It was just a straight up BMX bike. I did 59 laps around Quail Lakes for 100 miles, which was completely flat, but I averaged 15 miles an hour.
Delaney is crazy.
So then that got me thinking. I'm like, wait, this actually wasn't too difficult. It was, but I thought, how can I make this bike a little easier to ride these long miles on? First thing I needed to do was take care of the seat. So I started getting to work, finding a seat post extenders.
What kind of seat did you have the first time you rode?
Actually, the first seat was just a traditional Primo post from the 90s. It was like 4 inches long. My knees were screaming by mile 50. This post right here, I actually ordered through an e-bike outfitter, actually. It's an older Aventon post, but it's the only post that I could find 25.4 with a shim that was 500 millimeters in length. So that paired with the Brooks saddle gets me just enough leg extension to where I can comfortably ride 100 miles plus. The aero bars are an added plus. Aero bars help keep my back fresh, over the longer miles. If I'm just kind of, riding, not necessarily in the hills, but just kind of, straight, I can just go ahead and tuck down. It makes me more aero for cutting through headwinds. The one challenge with this bike has been the smaller wheelbase. The smaller wheels means the wheels are rotating twice as fast. So what you don't see is in this hub right here, I actually had to upgrade to ceramic bearings because the wheels that I was running before these, without the ceramic bearings, I actually cooked a pair of sealed bearings. I was coming down Wildcat and suddenly my wheels started locking up. I thought it was my brakes. I pull over and it was my hub. You'll see the little skull on the end cap of the cable here. That's to remind me that if this cable goes, I'm dead. No, there's only one brake on this.
He's got a sense of humor. One little brake.
I'm trying to work something out where I can go ahead and redesign the front end to accommodate a disc brake. But for right now, one brake does the trick. I just have to be real careful on longer descents. I have to kind of, look ahead to see where I can, scrub some speed if I need to. Because that's the other thing too, without that front brake, a lot of people don't realize, but on downhill, you're using about 80% of your braking power is from your front. So only having the back, one danger that you have is going into an uncontrolled skid. So you learn to feather the brakes, and I've got these brakes dialed in as best as they can for this scenario. They do the job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.